How's it going, everybody? Kart here. Welcome back to another Mario Kart Wii CTGP update for May 2025. This is my first video, I think, of the year, which, apologies. I've been on a very big break, hence why I haven't uploaded a video in forever. But I'm here now, with a new update. As always, before we get into the new tracks, let's just talk about the ones that were removed. I don't really have a lot to say about the tracks that were removed for this update. Stairs MC1, I don't really mind. I mean, I kind of do because I like it, but I don't really have that much to say about Mario Circuit 1. GBA Bowser Castle 1, again, kind of the same thing. It just wasn't really much of anything, to be honest. Magmatic Sanctuary, I'm very sad about, though. I did genuinely really like that track. So I'm sad to see it go. I am happy, though, that apparently Dragonite's Island in the ratings survived by 1 point. So whoever that one extra vote was, thank you for saving one of my favorite tracks. But yeah, we have 3 new tracks to play. We're going to go through the latest versions of the already existing tracks first, and then we'll get into the new tracks later on. So, without further ado, let's get started. Ooh, okay, so I'm immediately noticing a difference to Blissful Block. As always, if the track itself isn't too different, I'm just going to skip it and go to the next track. I like the sunset vibes. I wonder if with every new update of Blissful Block, we're going to get, like, different times of day. Like, we started out in daytime, now we're in, like, sunset, we're in, like, the late afternoon. Very nice, very kind of, like, holiday-ish vibe going on here, I think. And then, like, next update is going to be, like, pitch black at night. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what the next update brings, if there is going to be another update. Oh god, it's been so long since I've played Mario Kart Wii, my skills have diminished quite a lot. But yeah, I mean, from what I can see, it's basically the same as regular Blissful Block. Like, the only thing I think that really seems to have changed is the skybox, but that's about it. I mean, obviously, there could be things that I'm missing, like, for example, bug fixes or, glitch patches. I don't find those particularly very interesting. What matters more to me for, videos like this are, what's changed visually? Are there any new animations? Has the track changed, like, a lot? Like, with the layout and stuff? Are there more or less obstacles? Stuff like that. So, that's the stuff that really matters a lot to me. Oh, the ramps changed positions. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, normally the ramp would be in a different spot. Okay, that's actually fascinating. I wonder why they did that. Let me try taking this shortcut and see if I'm any good at it. Okay, I didn't trick and I fell through the ceiling, so that's phenomenal. Yeah, how weird. I'm curious about that. I'm wondering why they did that. Also, is that thing there new? If I just stop for a second, what's that? Are these new, or am I just, like, tripping? I don't think those trucks were there before. Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. I really have no idea. Let's do one more lap. I think there's enough change to warrant an extra go-around. I have always really liked the helicopter flying about the distance. It's like a news helicopter or something, I imagine. Just kind of like, chilling out, watching the drivers. I would say, like, a personal thing for me, I'd really like to see the hot air blimp. That would be really cool. Let me try this shortcut again. And then we can go around here. Okay, so I mean, I guess they changed it to make the shortcut maybe a little bit more difficult. I imagine. I'm honestly not sure. But I mean, hey, changing an existing formula, I'm not totally against it. Has this section changed at all, or is it still kind of nightmarish? This is always my least favorite part of the track, because, like, the turns are always, like, really blind, because the turns are super sharp. But, I mean, yeah, other than the skybox and the changing ramp, I didn't notice too much different. I like the changes, though. I do like the changes that were made. So, yeah, overall, I would say a pretty decent start. Alright, GCN Mushroom Bridge. Shout-outs to Toad8, by the way, for being the beginner Star Coast, a loyal viewer of mine. Right, let's see what's different about this. The first thing I immediately noticed, the wobbly wiggler car, it's not directly in front of you this time, which is nice. The car positionings have definitely changed. It looks better, actually. I don't know if they did something with, like, the graphics, but, like, it looks a lot better. those animated stars, by the way, the flashing stars, I think they're different. I honestly don't know if they are different or not. If they're not different, it's the first time I've noticed them. Can you do the shortcut around here? Yes, okay, you can. Oh, fantastic. I don't think you do this in the more... Whoa, okay. I'm just used to going through the pipe. I'm not used to flying about all over the place in the pipe there. But yeah, I don't think you could do that shortcut at the beginning. So it's cool that they've added that back. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't think you could do that shortcut. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it just looks like GCN Mushroom Bridge. Not really much of a difference here. I mean, the car positionings have changed. That's pretty cool. And you can do the shortcut, which is pretty cool. Well, it's a shortcut. It's not really a shortcut. It's just kind of, oh, look how cool this is. So yeah, I don't really think there's much else that's different. So I think we'll move on. But again, changes, pretty good. I like them. Okay, Lost Ruins. This one is really cool. This was one of my favorite newer tracks in CTGP, so I'm always excited to see what's going on with this one. I wonder if they've done anything with this. Okay, you can still just kind of cut through here, and I'm pretty sure that is still faster. I love that's a little exploit you can do. You don't even need a mushroom. You can just drive straight through it, and it's basically fine. This one... Whoa! Hang on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up, back up, back up. That thing in the sky is new. Oh, that's so cool. What is that? Okay, I'm kind of blown away by that. That's so cool. Oh, man. That is actually really sick. I wonder if there's anything else like that on this track that I haven't seen yet. Because, like, man, that's really, really cool. Shortcut? Oh, okay, the shortcut's still a little bit tough to take. It's a little bit hard to see, rather. But yeah, I really like this track because of the mix of, like, spooky Mario vibes and also, you know, excuse me, and also the Zelda theming, obviously. Okay, immediate thing I've noticed as well, they got rid of the mushrooms. What used to happen with this track is actually kind of one of its big selling points. I kind of miss them already. One of the big selling points was that there would be various mushrooms on the track, and then by the time lap 3 comes around, they all turn into Goombas. It's a reference to Breath of the Wild when the blood moon rises once again, and all the enemies respawn. So that was a cool little thing. I understand why it was removed. Here comes the blood moon, by the way. I understand why it was removed, because like having all those mushrooms up kind of gave First a bit of an unfair advantage. But still, I mean, it was kind of one of the track's like big selling points, I think, at least for me. So I'm kind of sad to see it go, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, the enemies do spawn here anyway, so I guess you didn't really need the mushrooms for it. But yeah, I mean, again, other than that, not really much of a difference. I don't know if they've made this bit any shorter, or if, you know, I'm just being, like, I don't know. Unobservant, maybe. I'm not entirely sure if that's been made shorter, or if I'm just tripping. But yeah, I mean, other than that, again, not really much new here, apart from the skybox and that tree screaming at me. Hello to you too, pal. Yeah, I don't know. I like the changes. They're very minute changes, which is fine. I mean, I kind of expect more from, like, the early stages of these updates, because, like, usually that's where all, like, the big kind of updates come in. But, like, I don't know, they're very muted down updates this time I'm noticing, which is fine. It's just, you know, different. And that's something I need to get used to, I suppose. But yeah, overall, again, changes to the track, I like them. They're small, but I think they're efficient from where they were the first time. So, yeah, small changes, I do like them. Let's move on. Do I have to play this track again? Really? It's Stroben's Desert Illusion. And I'm just going to let you all know now, I hate this track. It's one of my least favourites in CTGP. It's one of my least favourite tracks I've ever played. I really do not like this one. And I'll give it a chance for lap 1, but if nothing has changed, then I will just leave it. The reason why I don't like this track, in case you've missed my my previous update videos, is because there is way too much going on, and I'm very confused by the map layout. That isn't a skill issue, I just think this track was designed kind of bad. But that's just my opinion. No shade to those who like this track, I just really, really, really don't like this one. I think, like, there are some really cool ideas here. Like, it looks, like, visually stunning, but the problem is just there's so much going on. Okay, the bob-omb, like, pokies are a really cool touch. I do like that. I'll give Strobenz points for that. That is actually quite cool. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the colors are maybe a little bit more muted. To me, like, I don't know, it feels like they're not all, like, blending in with each other, this time around. That could just be me. Oh god, I don't like this section at all. I can't tell where I'm going. It's a little bit easier to get through, I guess, but, like, I still don't really enjoy this one that much. I mean, okay, there are a couple of changes. I feel like the colours might be a little less muted, they might be a little less, like, blendy with each other. It's not as hard on the eyes as it used to be, at least to me. And I do really like the bob-omb pokies. But I still really, I don't know, just the layout of the track is, like, I think a bit too trippy for me. So, I'm probably going to stop playing it here. Strobenz kind of, you know what, honestly, it's kind of exceeded my expectations a little bit. Apart from the fact that you can just drive through the floor there for no reason. But other than that, it's exceeded my expectations. So I guess we move on. And I really don't want to play this track ever again, to be perfectly honest with you. Sorry, just my opinion. Alright, Underground Sky. Is it just me, or does this look more modern as well? I feel like with a lot of these, like, up there tracks, the tracks look quite modern now. And I don't know why. I mean, if there's any track that I think could use, like, a more modern take, it would be Underground Sky, because this track is old. Like, it is old, man. So yeah, I don't know. If this has been updated to look a little better, I am all for it. This part looks the same. I think just, like, the colours look a little bit brighter to me. Again, maybe I'm just tripping, I don't entirely know. But, I mean, to me, it looked a little bit brighter, the colours look a little more vibrant. And it looked a little less kind of like, I don't know, old, I guess. But yeah, no, I mean, track looks really pretty. Underground Sky's never been one of my favourites. It's always kind of been a track that's like, I don't know, just there. But like, I don't know, it's fun. Like, when you play it, it is fun. It's just that, like, there's probably like 100 more tracks I'd rather play other than this. But like, yeah, it looked a lot better than it did. I didn't play the tracks before the update, so I mean, I couldn't really tell you if there's any different in terms of, like, you know, in terms of graphically. But to me, it looks graphically a little bit different. Other than that, there aren't really that many changes. Like, again, I know it's kind of repeating the same old story, but like, I don't really know what else to say. There aren't like any more notable changes here. So again, I'm gonna move on, but like, you know, to me, it looks a little more vibrant. So, take that for what you will. I couldn't be talking bollocks, but you know, I don't know. To me, it looks more vibrant, and that's all I'm really gonna say on that. Let's move on. All right, the last track in the updated category, Cryovolcano. Let's see how this one goes. I would say this one looks a little more crisp, but like, Cryovolcano already looks quite crisp. Okay, they removed the amount of thwomps. That's immediately a good start. And they've added a little ramp there, too. Okay, the little ramp addition's quite cute. I like that. Thank God they removed, like, 2/3 of the thwomps there, because they were really, really annoying. Trying to, like, drive through all of them sucks. But yeah, I mean, I like that change to start with. I don't know why the running river looks a little different. Again, maybe it's just the fact that I haven't played this track in a while, but like, it looks slightly different to me and I don't know why. I still think having the cataclax like on that turn, like before the ramp, is a little bit weird. I keep saying that's not off-road. Let me try taking some of these ramps. Woo! I mean, geometry-wise, like slash track design-wise, I don't know why. Like, they're kind of facing the other way. I see penguins! Yay! Oh, that's an immediate bonus point for this. If you add penguins, I'm a very happy man. Whee! Oh, it's... Okay, you know what? That's so cool. I don't even care. That's an extra half Fred point for adding the penguins. I don't even care. That's worth it. That's so cool. I love penguins. Okay, that is a really cool addition. Oh, the ice balls, the fiery ice balls are interesting. I think they're new. I don't remember them being around. I can still take this as a shortcut. Yes, I can. I do really like that about Cryo Volcano. The fact that when everything freezes over, off-road that wasn't previously drivable is now drivable. That's really cool. I do like that as a feature. Man, that's really cool. Honestly, Cryo Volcano to me has some of the more notable differences. I also like how instead of just flying off the cliff, you go down the cliff a little bit before you jump off, not just so you're not jumping off completely blind. I do like that change. Again, small changes. But they worked really effectively. I really, really like this new Cryo Volcano. So yeah, time for the brand new tracks. And I'm really looking forward to a couple of them. Ooh, okay, this looks interesting. So this is Anthill and Apiam apartments. I did have to look up what Apiam meant. And apparently it either means stuff to do with bees, or it can mean the healthcare company. So, depending on which way you look at it, this is the track. But yeah, ooh, this looks really cool, actually. I do like the flowery theme. I like the garden theme. Anytime I see a garden theme, it always reminds me of Wiggler's Garden from Mario Party DS. Not necessarily because the track kind of looks like it, just because any garden track will just remind me of it. I played that track, or I played that board in Mario Party DS for ever. Ooh, okay, hang on. Let's look at the gallery of famous bugs. We have Blue Von Batstar. Cool. Ambush Ant number 14. I don't know one the other 13, but there you go. And the Mario Kart Wii checkpoint system. Okay, you know what? That's good banter. I appreciate that. That is actually really good on you. That's funny. I really like the little library down there. That's really cool. My question is, are we going to see any bees? I would like to see a bee. That would be really nice. So I do like bees. Let's see. Again, more flowers. I really like the wood textures. They look really clean. What's this bit now? Whee! Ooh, leaves! Okay, I thought for a second they were mushroom pads. I just got a bit of an awkward bounce off one of them. Oh, there are any shortcuts here I can take? Oh, here's one. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. Let's take bottom road. I think I took the bottom road this time. Or last time. Interesting. Okay, not really much of a change there, but, it is what it is. This is cool. I'm not seeing many shortcuts. That could just be because I'm, yeah, there's nothing over here. Logic would dictate that something would be over there. Or maybe I'm just overthinking things. I don't know. To me, I don't really see many shortcuts around. Which is confusing. And there aren't any bees, which makes me sad. I kind of wish there were, a couple of bees flying around, because, I don't know. The fact that, I had to look up what the word Apiam meant, and, I didn't know that was the word for bees, I feel like it would maybe, give a little more of a hint if there were, maybe, a bee flying around. I know there's, kind of a honeycomb vibe, for, the beehives, but, maybe, a couple of bees flying around, a little more animation couldn't hurt, because, the track does kind of look very still, I guess. There's not really much, animation or life to this track. I mean, that's me being very nitpicky, but for me, personally, I would like it if there was a little more animation, to the track. Again, flying bees would be a great example. So, yeah, a little more animation to the track, but other than that, not bad. I really like this one. Ooh, okay. So this one I'm very curious about, because it's Donkey Kong themed. I feel like with the announcement of Donkey Kong Bonanza not that long ago, I'm very curious to see what this one is like. Oh man, that's really cool. I like the Donkey Kong sitting on the throne too, that's really cool. The frogs, the really derpy happy frogs. From Donkey Kong Country Returns, I think. This track's just going to test my my Donkey Kong knowledge, really, isn't it? Is this... Okay, this is the way to go. Ooh, okay, this is really cool. So basically, what I'm seeing here is this is like almost like a love letter to Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is pretty cool. I mean, like, there are other Donkey Kong games out there, but I mean, DK Country Returns is a really good game to take inspiration from, I think. Like, this is why do you go there? Why do you ruin my shortcut dreams? Let me just, like, can we admire for a second the DK on the throne? If I can get, like, a better view of him. He is looking fine. He is very, like, you know, royal. He is a confident man. Alright, let's keep on moving. This track's so cool. It just looks so colourful, so vibrant. This is what I mean about, like, having more animation in the track. Like, everything just looks so much more, like, alive, and I really like that. Okay, is there a secret way into the mine shaft? No, there's not. I am sad. There is no secret path to the mine shaft. Boo! I'm not going to take any points off that. That feels kind of dickish, but like, I don't know. That would have been a nice little Easter egg, I think, to have something. But yeah, man, this is really cool. I mean, again, I played Donkey Kong Country Returns when it came out. I really enjoyed it. I had the remake for 3DS as well, and I had Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Never finished it. I need to get back to it at some point, though. Maybe this track will be the inspiration for me coming back to DK Country Tropical Freeze, because, like, this is, like, a really cool track. The only thing that's making me a little bit confusing is the fact that, like, when you're going down, like, in the river at such a sharp angle, I have thought for a couple of times, where do I go? Because the track's automatically pulling me to the right, so I just assume, oh, I've got to go to the right. When in fact you go straight on. So, maybe something a little more, like, obvious in terms of, like, you know, where you're meant to go would be a little bit nice, but again, that's a little nitpicky. I do really like the track, though. This one's really cool. Okay, last track of the video. We have Green Hill Zone. And I know it's from something. What it's from, I have no idea. But we're just gonna roll with it. What the hell? Hang on. No, I'm going back to see that, dude. That doesn't look right. He is slightly struggling. Oh boy, that is interesting. I mean, I do like me some Sonic. I do like me some Sonic-inspired tracks. So, I do have high hopes for this one. I really was expecting him to move. I wasn't expecting him to just stand there and enjoy the scenery. I do like this track. It's very basic. It's very simple. I don't think that basic tracks are bad. I think that, like, every game, mod or not, needs, you know, basic tracks to, like, introduce beginner players to the game. Mario and Sonic Kart. Imagine that game. Mario and Sonic Kart would go so hard. I'm sorry, that would be really cool. And also, like, just, you know, a dream of mine. That would be so sick. Oh, I imagine I could probably take a shortcut from all the way across there to skip that whole area. It's not made obvious on the mini-map, which I kind of like. Like, if you kind of make shortcuts kind of obscure, it gives you more of a chance to, like, actually explore around and find them. Okay, that's not a route. I'm just being stupid. Got it. There was a little gap there, and I thought, oh, maybe that's like an extra route or something. No, it's not. Also, the grass feels, like, really slidey. Like, it doesn't feel like smooth road. Something isn't, like, I don't know. Something doesn't feel right about that grass. I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it's just me. Let's try going around here. Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. That's comebackable then. That's really good. Yeah, I like this one. Again, very simple. Oh, there's a shortcut here, too. Oh, that's what that little bit there is for. Oh, okay. Okay, this track is, like, way more in-depth than I thought. That's really cool. Okay, yeah, no, I do really like that. That's actually so sick. Okay, this track has a lot more going on than I thought, so fair play. That one's really cool. Alright, and that is all the tracks from May 2025 done. Now all we have to do is make a Fred rating out of 5, and then we are out of here. This one's a little bit confusing, because technically, there is nothing wrong with this update whatsoever. I really like all the new tracks. I think that Anthill and Apiam Apartments is a really fun one. I love the little Easter eggs in it. DK Jungle Tour, I always appreciate a Donkey Kong Country love letter. That one's really fun and colourful and vibrant. And then Green Hill Zone, I think, is a really fun and really well-designed beginner-friendly course. I think that every Mario Kart mod kind of needs tracks like that. And even all the updated tracks are pretty good. Like, all the really small details work really well. Like, Blissful Block adding that new skybox. Mushroom Bridge changing the car positions. Cryo Volcano getting rid of a lot of those thwomps at the beginning of the track. They're really, really good updates. There is nothing wrong with this update, apart from it made me play Strobenz Desert Illusion again. However, it is missing that special something, that little extra spice that could really put the update over the edge into a 5-star rating. So because it doesn't have that really special something to make that update really good, the most I can give it is a 4 threads out of 5. This is a very mid update, and that's not a bad thing. When I say something is mid in this instance, it doesn't mean that any of the tracks are bad or any of the updates are bad. Again, there is nothing wrong with this update, but I think that where CTGP is now, I think it does need that little extra something to really get people back into the game again. Like, if I was a new player looking at this, there isn't really anything here that would really make me go, oh, I have to play this. But, like, again, there is nothing wrong with the updates. I really like all of these tracks. I think my favorite track in this update is actually DK Jungle Tour. Mostly because I'm a huge Donkey Kong Country fan, or at least I'm a huge Donkey Kong Country Returns fan. But yeah, I think that CTGP needs that special something to really bring it that spice back, to give it its spark back. And unfortunately, in my opinion, even though again, there's nothing wrong with it, I think that it misses the mark in that respect. So overall, slightly disappointing in that respect, but there's nothing fundamentally wrong with the tracks. They're all really fun, they're all great. I even haven't made my regular complaint about the updated tracks, about bug fixes or glitches and, like, giving false impressions. Like, I haven't felt like I haven't made that complaint in forever, and now here I am, so good on you guys. But obviously you guys will have different opinions to me. I'd love to know what tracks you like, what tracks you don't like, whether you agree with me or whether you completely disagree with me. Do let me know in the comments. Also, shoutouts to all the track creators. You guys do a great job, and I feel like you guys don't get shouted out anywhere near enough. So, good on you, keep doing what you do, you guys are great. I will see you all at some point soon, I don't know when, but I'll try and make some more things whenever I can. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and peace.